Well, hello there, YouTube. Alright, so we're going to take a little Scout 60. These are a 5-speed with an all blacked out motor. And I, believe it or not, with all the Indians that come through here, I haven't ridden a Scout 60 yet. Keep meaning to, just never get around to it. Let's get our mirrors dialed in right away here.
Alright,
go.
You're going to be right behind John. When you're ready, you can follow around the side of the truck. When you're ready, you can follow him around. You can follow him. You follow him.
This is going to be fun. Especially because I just absolutely love the Scouts.
Good going. Get enough pictures of everything?
I am. Well, unfortunately, where this thing was sitting, I'm going to be up front, so you're not going to see the huge crowd of Indians unless you can pick up some stuff through my mirrors. We'll see how that works. Man, this thing is beautiful. I like everything being blacked out. Yeah, look at that thing that's coming. Hopefully that waits until we get back, because this is a 20-minute run. Wow. But they were saying you wouldn't notice the difference between this and a standard Scout unless you rode them back to back. I gotta say, that's a very true statement. This thing literally feels no different than just a standard Scout. Yeah, she's got plenty of go. Oh yeah, she feels nice. I mean, she actually feels quite peppy. And I'm in 5th gear now. 5th gear at 60, 2,900 RPMs. Oh man, this thing ain't even missing the 6th gear. I literally would ride this thing and never know the difference. Wow. I'm freaking impressed as heck. Wow, this is such a cool look going down the road all in black like that. I'm telling you what, this thing's not lacking in performance anywhere. You know, all those guys look threatening and stuff, but the mixture of everything is actually very cool looking. There's a pleasant wind coming off of it too. I know you guys that haven't ridden a lot probably think, what the hell are you talking about? You have no fairing, it's just the wind. But no, a bike can make the difference in the wind that's hitting you. To give you an example, a Sportster 72 with everything stock will literally try to drag you off. You almost feel like you keep looking back for the parachute. Those guys wouldn't scream at each other like that. You're freaking me out. Somebody screams out all of a sudden, you think, man down, you know? Man, I'm telling you what, this thing, I'm just barely on it and it just feels spunky as heck. I mean, this thing is not lacking anything for power. Everybody kept saying you got to ride them back to back. It's the only way you'd ever notice the difference. It's been probably a couple weeks since it was last week I rode a Scout, but I can't tell the difference. Very, very nice. And I'm telling you, that blacked out look, looking across this thing, the flat part of that tank reflecting trees and stuff as they go by. Remember how I love that about the Spyder F3? How like there was a skyscape always rolling across the tank in front of you. This does the same thing. Just can't believe how well this thing runs. it just feels like it wants to let go. I guess you probably have to flog on it. Maybe the standard Scout has more top end or something. I have no idea. But realistically, where you're riding the thing normally, you're not flogging it. Very, very pleasant. You know, and as you guys well know, I'm not a fan of forward pegs. But this thing has kind of an odd thing. If you guys have ever ridden a Sportster 48, they have forward pegs, but they're placed different somehow. I don't know what specs are, whatever. But you know, you got a decent bend in your knee, and you just don't have that feeling of you know, being all stretched out with forward pegs. It doesn't bother me, in other words, that it is forward pegs. And I'm not sure that if I bought one of these, I would even bother to change any of that. Look at this thing pulling that hill like it's not even, I mean, literally, it doesn't know this hill is here. It's actually peppy to a point that I'm almost riding like a rookie with it. I'm like, throttle on, throttle off. It is just so, like, right there. It's like you're riding right in the peak of the torque. It's what it feels like at slow speeds. It's just like, it's like you're holding it back and just waiting to go and blast out. Why is it always the smaller bikes that intrigue me by far more than anything else? I can ride whatever, and I throw a leg over a simple little Iron 883 and I get excited like a kid at Christmas. I'm telling you what, this thing is super, super nice. 78 horsepower as opposed to 100 horsepower. There is no way this thing's lacking 22 horsepower. Oh yeah, this thing plenty fine. I mean, this thing feels like a 1200 Sportster, maybe even better. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't better. Man, if you're looking into getting a very, very nice performing and obviously extremely reliable bike that's super, super fun, man, how many bikes of this caliber can you get into for $9 grand? Might have to talk the little woman into falling in love with a Scout and take her for a little rip snort. Man, there is no way this thing's missing 22 horsepower. Man, the engineers at Indian, miracle workers. That's all I gotta say. Well, we have returned to Pro Caliber Motorsports. That was very, very pleasant indeed. Super, super impressed with this thing. And that all blacked out is just totally, totally sick looking. Wow, is that thing cool. Man, do I like that thing. That thing is nice. Well, alright. It's another cool Indian test ride. That was much fun. So boy's going, maybe I'll take a Scout out next. All I gotta say is, I think maybe you should. Oh man, I recognize all kinds of faces around here. All right, well, once again, thanks for coming along for another test ride during the Indian demo days at Pro Caliber Indian. Thank you guys.